Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Family Hot Topics. Y'all know how it's do, yeah. This is your girl Naledi Lazipo. So, first things first, I'd love to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel, for liking my videos, and for leaving your comments down below. You know, I really appreciate the love and the support that I'm getting. So please continue to do so, okay? So today we'll basically be talking about something that is very sensitive to talk about. It's something that we hardly talk about, man. You know, it's it doesn't come up much in conversations, especially with friends or with colleagues or cousins or whoever. We hardly talk about this because we don't know where to start. So this episode is dedicated strictly to that, okay? So please stay tuned. All right guys, so today we'll be doing things a little differently. I've decided to come up with 5 questions, and these five questions will basically lead the conversation for today. And like I said, that this topic is a bit sensitive, so and the reason why I decided to choose this specific topic is because me and a friend of mine and her flatmate had this conversation this week, and what I saw was that there's so many similarities amongst us. And even though we come from different backgrounds, you know, different cultures, but there were so many similarities, and hence I came up with these 5 questions, and that is what will lead our conversation basically for today. So are you ready? Because I am. All right. So the first question is, have you ever lost someone that was very close to you, and who was it? So I've actually lost 3 people that were very dear to my heart, but I'll be focusing on one person for today, which was the first person that I ever lost that meant the world to me, and that was my dad. So yeah, let me not say anything else. I'm just answering the questions. So the second question is, how did their passing affect you? So my father's passing really affected me badly because life was never the same. So my dad had cancer, and I was still at varsity that time. So when my mom told me that my dad has cancer and that he's not doing well, I just dropped everything and I decided to go home. So when I got there, I saw that he was very sick, man. You know, we tried everything, every treatment out there, because you know, when you're sick, people recommend all kinds of stuff, all kinds of medicine, you know, like the Western medicine, the traditional medicine, everything. So that's what we tried, and nothing worked basically. So when we went to the hospital, they told us that it's actually the last stage of cancer, of his cancer, and that he's not going to make it, but then they will try to do their best. But obviously he didn't make it. And then after his passing, everything just changed, you know. You start to feel that void. You start to notice that that person is gone and they're not coming back. Everything just reminds you of that person, because that's what happened to me. Everything just reminded me of my dad. So it was very quiet in the house, even though there were people, but it just became so quiet, you know. Everyone was just in their own world, in their own universe. So we wanted to support each other, but everyone was just dealing with the pain their own way, so we couldn't. And then I went back to school because I was missing out on a lot of stuff. So my mom was like, you have to go back to school after the burial. So I couldn't stay, you know, so that we can be there for each other as a family. I don't know how we were gonna do that, but I had to go back to school. And believe me, it was so hard, because I would even walk out of lectures crying, and then I just wanted to get to my room and deal with this pain my own way, you know. So it was very, very hard, you know, like your world suddenly changes and you don't know who you are anymore. You just want to die too. That's how I felt, you know. So his passing affected me that way, guys. So I think it took me 8 months or a year or even more than that to finally accept that he is gone and he's not coming back. So yeah. Okay, third question. Third question says, was there any support that you received from your family members? I would say yes and no, and I would also say directly and indirectly I did, and I did it. So what I mean is that there were people that were very supportive, right? So you guys know that during that week whereby everyone is just making arrangements for the burial, it's full in your house, everyone is there, like your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your everyone is just there. People from the community, they're there, you know. Everyone is just asking you, are you fine, are you okay? And that doesn't really sink in immediately, but then after the burial, when everyone is gone home, that's when you start to feel it, you know. That's when it sinks in that, oh snap, this is real, you know. It's going down, it's happening. So after my father's burial, it became so quiet, you know. Everyone has just gone back to their houses, and I'm not blaming them. I mean, you know, that they were bound to do that, go back to their normal lives. And then the funny thing is that your life is not normal anymore now, because there's this missing person. So things just completely changed. And there were a few of my cousins that called me, you know, to check up on me, and I really appreciate their support if I'm fine, or you know. And sometimes people don't want to call because maybe they don't want to upset you, I don't know. But there were a few that called me to check up on me, and you know, I would never thank them enough for that. But for the elders, the uncles and the aunts, gone with the wind. Like after that, I never heard from them again, you know. It was only maybe 1 or 2 people, but other people, even from the community, sometimes, you know, everyone just becomes so quiet, and reality sinks in, and things are no longer the same. So you have to face this demon, you know. I'm sorry to say demon, but you have to face this nightmare, guys. All right, so that's why I'm saying yes and no, you know. Or maybe when someone sees you posting someone's picture on your WhatsApp, then that's when they call you to check up on you if you're okay or whatnot. But for those people that were there for me, you know, that supported me, you know, I really appreciate it. And for those that were not, I'm not saying they're bad people, but I'm just saying that after that they were nowhere to be found, and maybe they didn't want to upset us, or maybe they wanted us to deal with grief in our own way. So I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, that's how it was. Anyway, guys, let's go to the next question. So the next question is, what didn't you know then that you know now? What I learned then is that no man is an island, you know. I cannot operate alone, and by that I mean that I needed my family. I needed someone who's gonna comfort me, someone who understood my pain. I needed that, you know, someone who's gonna understand this language of mine, because some people don't get it because it has never happened to them. But then my family, we have experienced the exact pain. So I needed them, man. You know, even though we were dealing with pain differently, but I think we needed each other's support, you know, love. And back then we didn't do that. You know, it was just every man for himself. But that's one thing that I learned, that I should have turned to my family, because maybe I could have healed faster, or maybe not healed, but I should have accepted the fact that my father was gone, you know, much faster. I don't know. But family is very important, you know, so do not be in isolation and you just want to deal with things in your own way. I mean, for some people that's good, but then for me, because I'm talking about me here, it was not like that. And what I learned was that you need to draw your strength from somewhere, and for me that was from God, you know. Listening to sermons, praying, reading the word of God, listening to my favorite songs that will uplift my spirit. Now those things worked for me, you know. So I would say that don't listen to songs that are depressing, or songs that are depressing or whatever. Just make sure that you surround yourself with love, surround yourself with positive energy. So that can be from friends, that can be from family members, that can be from the music that you like, from the sermons that you love, you know. But just make sure that you surround yourself with that energy, you know. That's very important. So it's something that I didn't know then that I know now, that uploading stuff on social media saying that you're not fine, you're not feeling well, and expecting people to be there for you, no, that doesn't work. People just view your status and it will end there, or they will put unsaid emojis there. That's all it'll end. But when you surround yourself with the people that love you, that support you, then it just becomes, you know, it becomes so nice. Okay, so anyway, before I say any more, let's go to our last question. And the last question is, any comments before you leave? So I wanted to talk about this particular topic because it's something that we hardly talk about, and we hardly give each other advices on it, right? I'm just talking from my own point of view, my own experience. And number one is that always surround yourself with people that you love and that love you, people that support you, right, through thick and thin, people that want the best for you. And guys, energy is very important for me. So it's always good to surround yourself with people that will uplift you, you know, people that will make you laugh, even though times are tough. But those people that will make you laugh, you know, through the pain, that's very important for me. And people that will remind you that you're worthy, you know, you deserve to be alive, because sometimes you just want to die. But those people that will remind you of your purpose in this life, and that you're here for a reason, and that you're loved, you know, and that you're here to make a difference in this world. So that's very important. It's also important to stay off social media, guys, for me at least, because social media didn't even, it actually made me more depressed, you know, because sometimes you don't receive the love that you're hoping to receive from people, and that's it. I mean, that's just social media, it's not real life. So surround yourself with those people. And some people, especially black people, they don't believe in family therapy, you know. They just want to deal with things their own way. But therapy, no, they're like, no, that's not gonna help. But you know, it's good to try other options as well, you know. Go for family therapy, you know, deal with this thing as a family, or deal with this thing as friends. And if you're someone that believes, if you're someone that strongly believes in God, and you believe that a church does make a difference, or attending church and praying with your family in Christ helps, then do that. Go to church, but do have that support structure, because that's something that is very important for me as well. So those are the comments that I'm leaving you guys with, and please always be there for each other. Always surround yourself with love, always surround yourself with positivity. That's very important. So that's the end of our episode for today. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Do have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.